What is up, traders? So instead of doing the normal weekly Bitcoin vid, I decided to address something that's been asked of me a lot as of late, and that's KuCoin. I guess there are not many references for actually trading on the platform, so with that being said, let's dive in. But first, liking this video and subscribing to this channel has been scientifically proven to make you richer, sexier, and for you short guys out there, even a few inches taller. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Being an intraday trader gives me the ability to capitalize on smaller intra-week and intraday moves. Being in America, my options of crypto margin platforms were limited. Well, that is the legal way without using my VPN. I could use Kraken, but its liquidity is an issue because of those nasty wicks, and as far as I know, they have stopped leveraged trading. So I decided to look elsewhere. KuCoin, FTX, and Binance US all allow US citizens to trade on margin. Before you get all up in arms about the terrible word margin, let me explain. If you do not have a margin account, then you cannot short these assets. And as we have seen in past data, Bitcoin and all other cryptos like to sell off hard after the bullish phase of the market cycles. You can still short Bitcoin on this platform without using leverage, as leverage and margin are two different words. With that being said, it would be absolutely irresponsible of me to at not least say, trading on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before deciding to invest in any financial markets, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. Now, this video is going to be solely about KuCoin, as this is the platform that I have been playing around with lately, and I have to say, I actually love it quite a bit actually. It has a lot of different assets and seems to be expanding upon those tradable assets all the time. Also, I must say they are located offshore. Might be wise that you only put an amount of money that you do not care to lose on this exchange, as anything can happen. So for the scope of this video, we will be focusing on the basics. There are already a few of how to set up a new account videos out there, so we are going to focus on the trading aspect. I must also say that I am not being paid by KuCoin in any way. There is an unpaid link down in the description if you wish to use it. Now, the first thing you're going to see when you go to the website is this glorious page. Now, at this time, I am assuming you have already figured out that when you buy crypto through this platform or send crypto to this platform, it sends it to your main account. This platform is set up to have multiple accounts under one username. You can have a main account, a margin account, and a futures account. Once you have bought or transferred crypto, it will automatically go to your main account. Now, I must preface this by saying I am long-term bullish on Bitcoin. I have a main HODL account of which I only buy Bitcoin on, but when I want to trade Bitcoin, I use this platform. And since it has a perpetual inverse swap contract, that gives me the ability to use a small portion of my Bitcoin to then buy or sell Bitcoin to accumulate more Bitcoin. Confused? Let me go into a little bit more detail. The perpetual swap contract is a futures product, and you will find it on the futures side of the platform. This product will allow you to use whatever Bitcoin you transfer over or buy to then use that Bitcoin as a risk unit. It lets you buy or sell, also known as shorting, against what the spot price of this product is doing, and it tracks pretty closely, I might add, to the spot price of Bitcoin on most other exchanges. For this example, I have a very small amount of Bitcoin already loaded up here on this demo account to help with the examples. I have only been trading on the futures side of this platform, so this video is not going to be an in-depth video on trading on the platform. I am only going to be focusing on the futures side, but from what I can see, it's very similar to the margin side of the platform. Basically, if you get used to trading on the futures side, you will have a pretty good idea how to do it on the margin side, and it will just take a little time and practice on your end. Once you have your funds or coins you wish to trade set up, then you're going to click on the derivatives tab, then click Futures Pro. It will bring you to this screen. The top bar is the platform's shortcuts. The second bar is what the platform deems as recommended contracts. These are assets that are moving, but my preference is to remove this function as it just makes the platform a little busy. The third bar is all the important stuff like the open, high, low, close, and funding rates. If you look here where it says Bitcoin Perpetual USD, this little arrow is how to access all of the futures contracts you wish to trade. There is is a search bar, and under the search bar, the first option is your watch list. There are a total of 6 assets that you can have on watch. Besides watch is the USDT margin contracts. This is where you will find all of your altcoin futures contracts. You need to have Tether loaded up on your futures account in order to trade these. There are a lot and they add more all the time. This feature is nice because it gives you the last price of each asset and the percentage of how much they are up on the day. So by dropping down and scrolling, you can find all of the featured alts. Next to the USD margin contracts, you have the coin margined contracts. This is where you will find your inverse swap contracts. In order to trade these inverse swap contracts, you will have to buy or send the desired asset to KuCoin to trade these. There are a total of 4 of these products for now. I have not put any ETH, DOT, or XRP on the platform, so I have not traded any of those products. I only use Bitcoins, and I love it. The one on the bottom is the front month contract. I have just been using the top one with the star. So far, I have not had any problems with fills or slippage. Now, I have not messed around with the DeFi or NFTs, as those are fairly new, added not too long ago. I will leave that up to you to play around with. The bottom is the trading stuff. First, on the left, you have your chart. Now, when you open the page new or refresh it, all the assets have preloaded indicators. I always delete them by clicking on the X. It uses TradingView, so all the charting tools are exactly the same. If you're familiar with TradingView, you will have no problems navigating through the chart and charting tools. If you are not, then you can click on this link. Once this vid is over, it will take you to a video that I have already done on TradingView. In the middle of the screen will be the order book, also known as level 2 data. Now, I know there are some people out there who say they have an edge in watching this noise, but I do not. My recommendation is that you do what I have done here and delete it. Now, if you accidentally delete something you did not want to delete, like say the chart, then just click on this little hexagon icon. You can reload anything you've deleted. This is the settings cog, and you can also adjust it to dark mode here as well, which is the setting that I am using. The right hand side of the platform is the order pane, and it is the part that seems to be confusing traders new to this platform. Like all other trading platforms, you have a limit, stop, and market orders. If you are not far enough along in your trading journey to know what different order types are, you can go to this video here. It's a deep dive into using TradingView and trading on that platform, but it does a decent job of explaining orders and order types. I have used both the limit and the market orders on KuCoin. The market orders have usually given me decent fills, not much slippage, and will be pretty close to where you're looking to enter. So this is the order type that I use mostly. You have to click on this little lightning bolt to get to the market order. You should see the shaded word market where you would enter the price. If you see that, then you are on the market order. If you cannot be staring at your screens all day like I can, then you can set a limit order at the price you wish to enter. And then if price gets there, you will be filled or entered into the position. Just below is the amount you wish to enter. It goes by lots. One lot is like $1 worth of Bitcoin that you have on exchange. The 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100% is a way to do an autofill, so to say. If you have, say, $100 worth of Bitcoin on the exchange and you wish to use the entire amount of the position, then you would click the 100%. If you want to use half, then you would click 50%, and etc, etc. This was a bit different for me as well when I first started trading on this platform, and it took me a little while to get used to it. So let's do a quick example. In this example, I'm going to buy Bitcoin with 100% of the Bitcoin that I have on exchange with the leverage slider all the way up to 5 and then hit buy. I tried to set a stop loss for this example, but it did not fill with the stop. It just put me into the position without one. So I simply came down here to where it says take profit and stop loss, click the little box, and it brings up this window. Now, in order to get in a position with only a 1% of your total account, you will have to do some math on your end. This platform will not do that for you. It does have an automatic way, and that goes by percentages. This percentage will be of the position size that you have entered. So once again, math. You can see that 5% is the smallest risk. Then you can do 15% risk, 25%, 50%, and 75% risks. Obviously, I do not suggest that you use these, as 5% is a huge risk. If you use like 50% of your account and no leverage, then a 5% risk would be about 2.5% of a total position size. So once again, yes, math, to exit or close the position, you go over to the end of the positions window and hit the close position by market or by limit. If you do the limit, it will not close your position unless price you entered gets hit. If you just want out fast, then just hit market and that will take you out of the position. You must also close your stop loss as well. It will bring up a prompt that asks you if you wish to close the stop loss position as well, and obviously you hit yes. So this way you're not leaving any open orders inside of the KuCoin platform. Now lately I have been experiencing some minor technical problems. I have to reload the page every time I do something different. So if I close the position or move the stop, I must reload the whole page to see the new data. Now I do not know if this is a me problem or a KuCoin problem, but either way, it's not a huge inconvenience. Also, another thing I want to add is back when Bitcoin dropped 50% in just a few days, when all the other platforms like Coinbase and Kraken were down, I was still able to enter and exit positions. Just throwing that out there. Now this video is just a short explainer on how I use KuCoin every day to trade on the inverse swap contracts. Whether Bitcoin goes up or down, I can risk a small amount of Bitcoin to trade in and out of these smaller moves to accumulate more Bitcoin. And as I'm a long-term bull, this is exactly what I need to do. I still go the way of buying red weeklies on the HODL account and will for at least the next 10 or 15 more years, but using this product allows me to trade Bitcoin's moves to potentially make more Bitcoin. No matter the direction, up or down, I can accumulate. What's not to love about that? Now, KuCoin's user interface seems a little clunky at times, and it's not the most beautiful application out there, but it does its job. And so far, I have been able to double my initial deposit of Bitcoins onto my real KuCoin futures account. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, you could smash the like button and subscribe to help the channel out more. If you want to help out financially, I have channel memberships activated as well as a Patreon. All the links are down below in the description of this video. Thank you all for your valuable time. Make sure you trade safe, trade smart, and as always, happy trading, everybody.